Lecture 5 of Basic Electronics is about MOSFET construction and operation. Welcome to our channel ClassFly community. So today we will be dealing with the topic MOSFET. Okay. So this is our topic, that is MOSFET. So this MOSFET stands for metal. That means M stands for metal, O stands for oxide, S stands for silicon. Okay. And FET, that means field effect transistor. So we have already done FET, right? We know about FET. And MOS is metal oxide silicon. So here we will be using the silicon oxide. So that's why its name stated as MOSFET. So the FET is operated in both depletion as well as in enhancement mode of operation. So we will know this, what is depletion and what is enhancement mode. Okay, now see how is the construction of a MOSFET is done. So the basic idea for the construction of the MOSFET is that it states that a oxide layer, so there will be an oxide layer is deposited on the substrate. So one oxide layer which will be deposited on the substrate to which the gate terminal is connected, and the oxide layer acts as an insulator. So it says that that substrate will be connected to the gate terminal. So simply you can understand this part will be the oxide layer. That means this is your SiO2. Okay, so an oxide layer is deposited on the substrate. Substrate is nothing but the body. That means it can be N or it can be P. Okay, now see, you can also say substrate as your body. So it can be either N or it can be either P. Depending on that, we will decide it is what is the MOSFET is. Okay, so see, the gate terminal is connected. So here the gate terminal is connected with this oxide layer, and this oxide layer is an insulator. That means this SiO2 which is being used is a insulates from the substrate. That means it gets insulated when it gets connected to the substrate, and its another name due to this is that it is insulated gate field effect transistor. That means IGFE. Okay, now see what happens in this. A lightly doped substrate is diffused with a heavily doped region. So there will be a lightly doped substrate which will get diffused with a heavily doped region, and I told that the substrate can be either N or can be either P. So depending upon the substrate used, we will call it as a P-type MOSFET or the N-type MOSFET. Okay, so I hope you understand till this. Before moving on, there will be three terminals first is your drain. These three terminals you know. Another is your source and another is your gate. Another terminal which gets included is the substrate terminal. Okay, this will be the substrate terminal which will get connected. Okay, so now let's move on and see. So it says the voltage at the gate controls the operation of the MOSFET. That means this was a gate, something like that, and there was an insulator here, right? So this gate will decide how the operation will be done in this MOSFET. Okay, and if in case, that means in this gate we can either apply positive or we can apply negative voltages. Okay, as it is an insulated from the channel, that means it gets insulated from the channel. In this gate, both positive and the negative voltage can be applied on the gate as it is insulated from the channel. Okay, so see, whenever it will be negative, at that point of time, this will act as a depletion MOSFET. Okay, and similarly when it will be positive, it will act like an enhancement MOSFET. So these are the basic idea for what is MOSFET. In the next thing we will understand what are the characteristics. There are two types of characteristics, and then we will move on to the two type of MOSFET, that is one is your enhancement, another is your depletion, and there we will learn about its construction and working. So I have divided in parts so it become easier for you. Okay, so to today's lecture ends here. Till then, be happy and have a great day. Now is the quote time. The best revenge is to be unlike him who performed the injury. I hope all of you understood the lecture of today, and thank you for watching.
Wow, that's impressive! You have completed a magic today. For more videos, subscribe. Join our Facebook group and Instagram page for group discussion and live magazine videos for exam preparation in an hour. We start at ClassFly community for students to learn from a friend in a simple way and support them in their own languages. If you are willing to be that one friend who saves us at the exam night preparation, then please join us by visiting classfly.in.